Good afternoon. We want to take the pleasure of thanking you for coming and for being early. One of the things that make us who we are is that we always start on time. I want to thank you for coming, and in so doing, ask those who are in the back to come forward and sit on the front. If you do that, and we would be most pleased. My name is Cuthbert B.J. Jack, and I'm your chair for today. Just recently, I was reading something, and I discovered that every one of us in this building are leaders. So ladies and gentlemen, we did not invite you today just to be a guest. We invite you today because we want you to take leadership. Leadership in the opportunity that is going to be presented to you. I'm guided by a quotation that says, there are 4 things that doesn't come back. Do you know what that is? The past life, which is yesterday. The spoken word, which is what I just said. The sped arrow, or today, the bullet from a gun. It doesn't come back. And last but not least, that neglected opportunity. Today you are exposed to an opportunity as a leader. I also want to assure you, you may question, hey Jack, how come you say I'm a leader and I lead nothing? Think about a car. A car for, let's say, about 80,000 pounds. Which do you think is the most important part of that car?
Yeah.
Some people may say the steering. Some people, and that's good. Some people may say the engine. But I want to alert you to something. What?
The person inside the car.
The person inside the car, I said. That's great. But have you ever thought that the engine cannot operate without the battery? So the battery becomes important. No, but just a second. What about the spark plug? Because without the spark plug, the battery has no use. So what am I saying to you? Every one of you have a function in today's event, and I invite you to be a part of it. Now put your hands together. From London Cryptocurrency Conference. Again, give them a round of applause. I have to be operating this, so I'm sure you would allow me the pleasure of working 2 things at the same time. Promise? That's all right. Today I want to bring to you this young woman. She's a wife, a mother, an entrepreneur, a real estate investor, a businesswoman, an author, and a health and wellness consultant. She has managed to balance her family life with running an international real estate business and as the holistic doctor for her own family. For many years, this outstanding woman has been sharing her experience and strategies with other women from different paths and walks of life who are interested in improving their health and becoming wealthy. She's very passionate, ladies and gentlemen, about helping others, women especially, in business to becoming their optimum health and developing wealthy lifestyle. She's a believer in the fact that nothing can stop a woman on a mission. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Empress, the host of today's event. And because, like I said, and you'll excuse me, because I said I'm actually playing double role here, I'll have to now open up another that's all right.
The heights by great men and women, rich and kept, were not attained by sudden flight, but by those while their companions slept, were toiling upwards in the night. Good afternoon, everybody.
That's it.
Yeah. You need to deal with this. It's a big task, it's playing out.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. We need to go back to begin. Yeah. Mind Your Backyard was established in 1965. Mind Your Backyard was established by my mother, I believe that, when she used to tell us stories about how she would use her skills, how she would make dresses as a young lady for herself, for her friends, for the family, and she would earn money, earn a living from making those dresses. So way back, my mother would had her skills. She knew her skills. She would tell us stories about, how she would use her skills to earn a living. My mama has amazing skills of how she used what she's got in her own environment to make a living. To make a living. So mama used to make tablecloth as a young lady, which she would sell off, of course, and earn a living. And I remember when she used to make for us dresses, especially me. I had the most amazing dresses made by my mother. So I would always stand out in the crowd because they were made especially for me, nobody else had it. So it was from young, I enjoyed that. And I learned from her those important lessons. Mama would make pancakes. Not as the pancakes. I'll put it in our local language. Kabalagala. Everybody who is tasted Mama's Kabalagala will remember it. So soft. You use small, sweet bananas. I can smell it. Whenever we go home, that's the first thing. Mama, have you got Kabalagala? We are coming. If she's got some, we are home. If she doesn't, we don't go. We don't go. She will sell those pancakes. It's like a soft bread to marketplaces, to the community. Up to now, Mama is not old, but she still makes kabalagala for the kids in the village who are going to school. They can pass by because they love Mama's kabalagalas. Yeah. So from young, I've seen my mama going through making a living, creating income for herself all the time. So I learned the skills, that you use the skills around you to make a living. So Mama always had different businesses. She had a corner shop, that's a village store. She just decided, you know, the village had no shop. People have to track miles to go and buy the necessities. So there is a gap in the market here. Let's convert one room and make it a shop, isn't it? Simple. So she opened up a shop with a few items, about 10 probably, yeah, and started trading. So she never stopped there. She went on a market store. Mama has an investment program. Yeah, clever woman. Using animals, very clever woman. She fascinates me. So she will always, this, I think that to me is the most interesting program or lessons I learned, because there is worrying about your own income, no for your family, but to worry about others, to help others to make a living, to help others to create or to get them to a financial journey of their own. There are others, you may know your skills, but there are others who don't know their skills. There are others who don't know what to do. There are others who don't have money to do that. So Mama created this animal husbandry investment program to help other women, other ladies in the villages who did not have what it took, who didn't have the idea, how can I do that? How can I earn a living? It's a simple thing, but others don't know. So Mama created that program whereby she would give a goat, a kid goat, to one lady. You keep it because you don't have money to buy it from her. So you keep that kid goat, preferably a female one. So when it kicks, she will give you one, now one for you, a female one again. So now she starts you off to your own financial journey. And to me, that was the best way of helping a community. So my mother always had that. Yeah. So she was always willing to show others. She was always willing to share with others, to help others move to their financial journey, to help others find their diamonds, because we are all born with diamonds. Not physical diamonds, but diamonds of our creativity, of our skills, of our ideas, of what we want. But sometimes we forget what we have. Sometimes we bury them. Sometimes we forget our creativity, our skills we have. We forget we have them because either somebody told you, you can do it, and you say, okay, that's it, I can do it. Yeah. But Mama always, so for me, I say, mind your backyard was started by my mother, by the skills I learned from her, by the skills I learned from, I was brought up by two amazing parents, by skills I learned from my parents. Both my parents worked for themselves. So I've always seen them toiling and working and using their own ideas, coming up with a way to earn a living. So it was therefore no surprise when I decided to follow in Mama's footsteps and continue with my work, helping others, first helping me, then helping others, also to find their own diamonds, also to create their own financial path. One of my mother's philosophy was that you should never rely. You should never rely. Put your financial future in anybody's hands. You should never do that. And I live by that. and I live by that. So, for us, she will remind us, having her own finances made her feel safe and gave her a sense of security, never relying on our father solely. She never wanted to do that. So, as I welcome you here today on this London Crypto Conference gathering, I would like to encourage you to take the information you are going to get, because we've got the amazing teachers, I don't know, assembled here. So I want you to take note. You have, everybody has got a pen and a paper. Amazing training is going to happen. Amazing things are going to come out. So I will encourage you to listen and absorb and learn. So I welcome you, and for today, to the conference. For today, you can either suffer the pain of discipline, or tomorrow you may experience the agony of regret. It's your choice. The table is set. So thank you so much.
Now, how do you, as a chair, thank you, how do you as a chair come after someone who has just spoken like that? You actually say to the audience, thank you very much for the applause you've just given to me. But I would like you now to put your hands together again for the Empress. Come on, let's go. You know, I realized that professionally I'm a lecturer and a motivational speaker. I talk for a living. So I can stand here for a very long time and talk to you. I can encourage you so much that you can actually get up and probably start giving me some money. Who wants to give me some? Now that's fine. I know you, people in the back are looking, like, what's he on? No, I'm on nothing, I'm just on motivation. I want to tell you a story before we go any further. You know, I want you to get this story into your mindset. There was once a man traveling through the mountains in the USA, and he was traveling with his daughter. And as they were driving, there was a storm coming. And you know, I don't know if you know, but it doesn't happen much in England, so you might not necessarily experience what I'm talking about. I'm from the Caribbean. Beautiful Caribbean, anybody have been there? If you haven't been there, you have not started to live yet. But anyway, what I'm saying is that there was this rain coming. And you know the rain that comes and you see it from a distance coming towards you? And as he was driving, the daughter said, Daddy, the daughter was driving, Daddy, the rain is coming, the storm is coming, we need to pull aside. The father said, no, drive on, my daughter, drive on. They were now in the storm, and cars and other trucks were pulling aside, and he was saying, Daddy, we need to pull aside. The storm is raging and it's getting more terrible for us. The dad said, no, my daughter, keep on driving. Listen, I don't want to take you long in this scenario, but as they came through and the rain stopped, all of a sudden, the father said, now you could come out. They came out of the car. The father said, look back. And as they looked back, in the distance, they saw the rain was still coming, and all the cars that had stopped were still in the rain. Listen, when you come to a conference like this, cryptocurrency, you need to understand that you need to push. You need to push forward because the storm is coming. And what happened is that if you're not ready for that storm, let's use Brexit. Is that a good storm? If you're not ready for that storm, you may be caught in the rain. I actually want to, and you know, like I said, you have to excuse me because I'm doubling up. Yeah. I'm sure you'll excuse me, right?
Sure.
That's absolutely fantastic. I tell you what, I should actually come back to these conferences because this audience is absolutely amazing. Come on, put your hands together again for the conference. Come on. Now I'm going now to bring you another of our speakers for today. And I know she knows who she is. Because when this comes up, it's going to reveal to you an amazing person. She's a wife. Oh no, I actually, look, I'm going back. Maybe I like the wife bit.
Still true.
That's fine. She was born in Germany. This outstanding woman is married with 5 wonderful grown-up children. She holds a master's degree in psychology and social science and has worked professionally since 1982 as a business and life coach and a psychotherapist. In 1995, she became self-employed and remains so up to today. It was in 2016 that this outstanding woman became interested in cryptocurrency and invested in Bitcoins, Ethereum, and Litecoin. Her many years of experience working in very high and prominent positions as an international organization allowed her to have a better understanding of different cultures, thus making it an asset working with the board of directors in Rainbow Currency Foundation. Ladies and gentlemen, I am happy, I'm sure you are too, to be in the presence and to give you Miss Laura M. Bigger. Did I get that right? She's the president of Rainbow Currency. Put your hands together.
Thank you very much for your nice stories and for your very inspiring story. Empress, thank you very much. My content will be much drier, and I hope not to bore you very much. Something of a story is not boring and not dry, but really this is part of our role as the Rainbow Currency Foundation. The content is not as exciting as cool business use. So, dear participants, on behalf of the Rainbow Currency Foundation, I want to express that we are very, very happy to see you here. This event is the first cryptocurrency event that is international and only for Rainbow Currency. So, I wanted to start with our mission statement, but I skip this because you can read this on our website, which is over there, rainbowcurrency.org, and I skip it to make it shorter and start with talking about Rainbow Currency and YEM. YEM means your everyday money. History of Rainbow Currency means originally it was initiated by the Unicorn Network. Rainbow Currency was developed by more than 3,200 internet users from 157 countries. We had an ICO, a pre-ICO and ICO at the end of 2017, and Rainbow Currency was first listed and released for trading on December 1st, 2017. I'm missing my glasses. Thank you. It's easier to read with glasses. Yeah. The purpose of Rainbow Currency. Millions of members and consumers around the world can benefit from offers from companies that have proven trustworthy, secure, and respectful. This is so important. You can buy with the assurance that all personal information will be kept confidential, the company will be honest, and payments will be secure and anonymous in the twinkle chain. Rainbow Currency differs fundamentally from most cryptocurrencies in the following features. It is specially designed not designed and introduced as a speculative object for sole exchange trading or for fast day trading, like we have this in forex exchange trading, for instance. YEM was exclusively created as a currency for online and offline buying and selling of services and goods of all kinds worldwide. It is an object of exchange for real values. YEM is moved on a private blockchain. It is publicly visible, but it's private. Further information on the blockchain can be found here on twinklechain.com. You can see how it is written. No matter where you live, rainbow currency offers a completely new and unique opportunity for consumers and businesses alike to buy or sell with ease, fast, internationally, with no or low fees, with no or low or no bank charges, no bank charges at all, with no or low fiat exchange fees, with data protection, with security, and with quality assurance. We have an interesting ruling from the European Court of Justice from 2015, which is related to the let me see, I have put it away. It is related to the VIT taxation treatment of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, and it states that the kind of cryptocurrency our rainbow currency represents is already fulfilling the conditions to be accepted in the EU as a supplement for fiat currency. This is huge. Rainbow Currency Foundation. Rainbow Currency Foundation is standing on 3 legs actually. Main purpose is acting like a watchdog, like a central bank. It supervises and regulates the trading, mainly the trading, and it reaches out to the world, it reaches out to governments, and the third leg is it reaches out by supporting humanitarian projects, and all these legs support each other. History of Rainbow Currency Foundation. In February 2018, the board of 7 directors was elected by the then Rainbow Currency owners. Each director represents one of the following areas of the world: Europe, Asia, Southeast Asia and Oceania, Africa, India, Central and North America, South America. From December 2018 on, the Rainbow Currency Foundation has begun to involve external consultants in its planning and decision-making processes. This advisory group comprises experts from various fields who relate to the Foundation's overall work and tasks, and more will be added when appropriate. Rainbow Currency Foundation is registered in Nevada, United States of America. Purpose and tasks of the Rainbow Currency Foundation is, first and foremost, rules and regulations, the protection of currency holders, control, bringing YEM, Rainbow Currency, to the public awareness and humanitarian work. Regulations of trading rules on exchanges have the following purpose. It is ensuring the stability of the value of the currency. Speculative and destabilizing trading is prevented, and thus high volatility is impossible. Stability is one of the most important prerequisites for increasingly giving the YEM its true purpose, to be an everyday alternative means of payment worldwide, so that large and small companies can feel secure in using YEM as means of payment and for the reserves of corporate capital. The security against manipulation, it can be prevented by clear and strict rules, and we take this very, very serious. The protection of the currency holders we take very serious as well. This is so important, and these are private YEM owners, companies and investors. Another task is to control whether the rules of adopted by the Rainbow Currency Foundation are accepted and followed by the companies. Then bringing Rainbow Currency, the YEM, your everyday money, to the public awareness. We connected and we connect with governments and finance ministries around the world with the aim of recognition and acceptance through introduction and education, and also how the rainbow currency can serve their own interests. Humanitarian work, besides its value for human life, it also contributes to growing public awareness. Rainbow currency has a few achievements in the meantime, which are not, which are partly very important. We have, I have made a short list and left away smaller accomplishments to not bore you. When we became established as a board of directors, we had rainbowcurrency.com website, but this was not our website, so we constructed our own rainbowcurrency.org website. Communication with governments of the 7 regions and with a bank of several currency countries, and we also connected with the IMF, International Monetary Fund. We approached the German Ministry of Finances and got the confirmation of acceptance of rainbow currency in connections with the EU Court of Justice ruling as a substitute currency. We have, with some governments, we have very close communication. We applied the Twinkle chain from rainbow currency as a blockchain solution for the blockchain community of the Central Bank of Israel and received confirmation of acceptance. And a very big step was we applied and have been accepted as an INGO by the Union of International Associations, UIA, as a member, and successfully have been registered in their new 2019 yearbook. This also means recognition by the United Nations. We registered humanitarian, educational and other organizations around the world, which will be beneficiaries of the donations of the Rainbow Currency Foundation charity plans and get further education how to attract plenty of YEM donations from associates and donors. We have registered many organizations already internationally. Rainbow Currency Foundation gave a name to the lowest denomination of rainbow currency, which is DAN. DAN. Just like you have in Bitcoin, you have Satoshi, now we have DAN. Rainbow Currency is working on an official state-of-the-art exchange platform for trading of YEM and all YEM-related coins in development with huge progress, and we expect its launch soon. In this context, a cooperation with Prior Capital was established for the secure and successful processing of fiat currencies. This is a big project on which we are working since many weeks, even months. It's including funding, and it's very complex, and we are soon having a really good exchange platform. For this purpose and other purposes, our projects, we successfully connected with several investors from different countries to get sufficient financing for all these projects. Rainbow Currency Foundation also was invited to cryptocurrency bills in different regions, and it was invited the cryptocurrency bill to be part of the working table that works for the regulations presented to the Senate of Republic of Colombia. Our South American director traveled twice to the city of Bogota to participate in this important work. And also we have been invited to participate as an exhibitor in the recent Inter-American Accounting Conference with the Latin American Assistance of Public Accountants, who support the regulation of cryptography. We will represent the Colombian work table and present the progress and conclusions of this work team. Rainbow Currency Foundation Colombia is temporarily registered in Blockchain Colombia, and when Rainbow Currency Foundation Colombia is legalized in the country, it will become fully part of this entity supported by the Colombian government.
Wow.
We have been represented at International Blockchain Congress in different areas also. So we have a good big surprise for everyone. We negotiated and partnership with TRUE in cooperation with an Austrian academy, which is part of our advisory board, and Unicorn Network. Then with TRUE is a world-class, innovative, international pure water and pure air supplier. This company is operating internationally and their products can be bought with YEM. They offer an unmatched quality and will benefit the whole world. And they are developing also other unmatched products. This is very, very exciting news. On its own and in cooperation with the same academy, Rainbow Currency Foundation supported successfully the integration of different points of acceptance for YEM payment, many of them in the field of craft and building trade. And there is contact with construction companies in Colombia interested in offering housing paid with YEM. Immediately the regulation is accepted by Colombian law.
Ooh.
So, the future, anticipation. Rainbow Currency Foundation is in the process of applying at the United Nations for consultative status. And we are very, very close to finally register the Rainbow Currency Foundation in Liechtenstein, which involves a bigger budget. It is around the corner, as well as registering Rainbow Currency Foundation in all other different areas. Liechtenstein is a very important step. We are closely networking with more and more international organizations and institutions, NGOs and INGOs. And soon we will reconnect with all ministries of finance where we are connected already, and update them on our exciting new developments, and focus especially on specific countries which are more open for cryptocurrencies. And something else very, very interesting, we have a possibility of a smaller country to use Rainbow Currency as official electronic money. If we succeed, we will have created the pretext for others to follow.
Wow.
And we, of course, we continue and support more and more and more additionally highly valuable projects. And there are some specific projects which are already on the table. Rainbow Currency Foundation wants to support the building of a hospital with YEM in Africa. We want to support organic fruit farming in Africa. There's a specific project we want to support. We support education, humanitarian projects, clean water and clean energy supplies around the world, and much, much more to come.
Wow.
Rainbow currency will rock the world. We have a very, very bright future, and I don't think we have a possibility to stop the rainbow currency from rising in value. So I would suggest everyone not to sell, to buy now, to buy forever, buy, because I'm sure rainbow currency in value, the YEM in value will go through the ceiling. Sooner or later, but it will definitely. Okay. Thank you.
I'm sure that by now you have questions you would like to ask, but there's a period at the end of all the speeches when we have question time. I want to encourage you to write your questions now so you wouldn't forget, because also I'm hoping that I'll be given permission to actually do my own quiz competition. So I want you to make sure you're taking notes, because later on I'm going to ask some questions to you about what has transpired from the podium, and I'll expect you to win very valuable prizes. Valuable to me anyway, maybe not valuable to you at this point. Okay, let me just try something, because you know when you come into an environment, like, you want to know if people are listening, okay? When I say clap your hand, clap your hand. When I say raise your hand, clap your hands. Just one time. Come on, clap your hands. Oh man, that sounds good. Clap your hands. Raise your hand. Clap your hands. Raise your hand. Hey, this could be a dance, isn't it? Clap your hand. Raise your hand. Okay, listen carefully. Right? When I say clap your hand, raise your hand, raise your hand, clap your hand. Clap your hands. See, they're not listening. Let's try that again. When I say clap your hands, raise your hand, raise your hand, clap your hand. Clap your hands. Ladies and gentlemen, it's about listening, really. The whole idea for me doing that, really, is get you into the position where your mind is sort of intact and the information is not necessarily seeping through and escape. Okay? I want you to do one last favor for me, if you don't mind, while I actually get this ready to bring the next speaker up. Sorry. I want you to look at your neighbor. Is that all right? It's a neighbor. I'm glad that you came. But listen, don't start laughing now. That's fine. I'm glad that you came, but take the opportunity now to shake my hand, because next time you may need an appointment. Come on, please, you do that. Come on, let's go. Come on, be bold. Be bold.
Shake my hand.
That's all right. That's all right. Okay, I'm sure you were there and you actually forgiven me, because I have to actually be double. There you are. Now, I leave this blank for a reason. Because, ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to present someone to speak to you. You know, when you saw pictures, you actually, sometimes you have different vision of a picture you see. You have different thoughts about a picture you see. When you meet the person in the flesh, and that person energizes you, you fill the space and make sure that you understand that you're in something that is alive and growing. I'm about to release and reveal and release upon you a man who is dynamic, outstanding, and very relatable. He was born in Germany and started his career as a marketing expert for a German financial service provider. He later on moved to Los Angeles, where he, together
Las
with
Vegas, baby!
Las Vegas.
Look at my shoes! Las
Listen. Excuse me. I'm glad he interrupted me, because guess what? I can't help it now. I was meaning to make that a surprise. But ladies and gentlemen, upstanding, because this man is full with fire. This man is full of energy. He has what it takes to be a person who markets something. A person who is actually alive and well and growing. Put your hands together and let's put our hands together and welcome to talk to us for as long as he so desires. Oh, that's a mistake. But God said that.
Thank you. Hello, everybody.
Oh, move that.
Thank you.
All right. Listen, you guys are actually quite active, isn't it?
So in the meantime, I can say, hello, Africa. Hello, Japan. Hello, United States. Hello, everywhere. because we got a live stream here.
Oh.
And we have, I think, like 2,000, 5,000 people watching. So, yeah. So, hello. My name is Dan. And as you've learned, I'm a guy from Germany. And I used to live in America. And of course, 2 years in the Caribbean. So, I started living here. So, and I was in America for more than 10 years. And I would like to thank Empress and the whole London Crypto Conference team for inviting me as one of your speakers here today. Today is a very special day because we are making history today by making history perfect. Let me explain to you what I mean. Who knows which guy invented flying for human beings? So it's not the birds. You know the name of the guy?
Right.
You might think so.
What with that?
His name is Abbas.
Ah.
Abbas ibn Firnas. He's a Muslim guy. He used to live in Spain more than 1,000 years ago. And he was really the first guy who built something, a construction, yeah, from wood and feathers, yeah, and he climbed a tower. How do you name these praying towers?
Minaret.
Minaret, exactly, yeah. So in Cordoba, in Spain, and he jumped and he flew 200 meters. Well, it was not perfect yet, because unfortunately when he landed, when he touched ground, he broke both legs, yeah. Well, that didn't make him stop, yeah. But anyway, you know, it took more than 1,000 years and thousands of other smart guys, like Mr. Wright, to make flying perfect. Which, by the way, brought me here, yeah. So, he made history by being the first. But the other guys made history by making his idea, by making his invention perfect. So, another question, talking about cars and car accidents. Do you know when the first car accident happened, the first car crash? What do you think? Guess, which year?
1920.
1920? It was 1771. A French guy, his name is Nicolas. And he was arrested for dangerous driving with an automobile. So now you say, hey, moment, well, the automobiles we know today, it's like 100 years old, or maybe 120. So he invented something, he developed something which is now acknowledged as the first automobile. Well, it had a top speed of 2.3 miles per hour, but it was shooting 4 people. Yeah, so, but of course, it was far away from perfect, and it's nothing to do with the cars and the trucks we know today, because it took more than 200 years and thousands of other smart people to make this invention perfect. So, this guy, he made history by inventing it, by being the first, but making it perfect. There have been other people. So, same story with so many other inventions. Telephone, remember the first telephones? Yeah? Yeah, so now look at our smartphones, yeah? So my smartphone right now is live streaming this event all over the world, yeah? So it's the same, yeah? It's one person to have the idea, but then you need a team, you need the power of many, many people to make it perfect. So now guess what? The first digital currency based on blockchain technology has been developed by a guy or a group named Satoshi Nakamoto. For sure, they made history because their technology will dominate our future, not only for financial transactions, but for a wide variety of contracts. So Satoshi Nakamoto has been the first, but for sure there will be others to make it perfect. And the rainbow currency has been created as a true currency. The rainbow currency has been created to deliver a digital currency that has the power to be your everyday money. And that's why we call it YEM, Y-E-M, YEM. The main purpose of a currency is to pay for goods and services. That's what you do with the bucks in your pocket, right? Paying for goods and services. Money has not been invented as an investment. But guess what? People are invested into Bitcoin, right? That's how they say it. I'm invested in Bitcoin. And of course in other cryptocurrencies as well. Well, they don't convert their fiat money into Bitcoin to pay for goods and services. They hope for a huge return on their investment. Unfortunately, that does not help a lot to make Bitcoin a real currency because it leads to a high volatility. And we can see that on the market, right? They started here, they have been there, they have been down there, now they're somewhere in the middle. Yeah, so guys, volatility is a killer for every true currency. Imagine, I guess most of you are thinking and paying in pound sterling, right?
Yeah.
So imagine you would not know what the value would be of your pound sterling tomorrow. If it's enough to buy a car or just a bread or nothing or whatever, it would be chaos. Yeah. So a real currency needs stability, not volatility. In most cases, when you read a headline like, oh, this retailer accepts Bitcoin, or a hotel accepts Bitcoin, or a restaurant accepts Bitcoin, it is fake news. And do you know why? Because they are using service providers converting the Bitcoin instantly into fiat currency. They use these services because they cannot take the risk of volatility. Most people don't know that. Yeah, so it's when you pay somewhere with Bitcoin, they don't receive Bitcoin. Yeah, they use services like BitPay and some others. Yeah, and it's immediately converted into pound sterling or US dollars or euros or whatever. So now imagine more and more and more people using Bitcoin this way as a real currency for goods and services. It will put more and more pressure on the volatility because more and more people are selling Bitcoin without knowing it. So our YEM is different. The YEM is not built for investment or trading like all these day traders do, yeah? Buying, selling, buying, selling, buying, selling, and trying to make some pennies. The YEM is built to serve as a fast, secure, and legal way of payment, locally and internationally. Thus, our group of companies is focusing on creating an economic cycle where YEM is the main currency. Even if the prices are calculated in US dollar, euro, or British pound. That is why you cannot find the YEM listed at, for example, CoinMarketCap or trade it at any of the major exchanges. We are not interested. We are a real currency, not an object of speculation. So, and I have to say thank you, Laura, because Laura is some kind of the administration of the YEM, yeah, the central bank, yeah, and we are the guys to put whatever they create, and I'm very, very impressed what I've learned today, yeah, what they already achieved with all these authorities, yeah. Wow, this is cool, and we are the guys with our group of companies, we put that to life. So, if we want to establish the YEM as your everyday money, what do we have to do? Of course, we need consumers paying with YEM, and we need businesses accepting YEM. So now what would make a consumer paying with YEM, and what would make a business accepting YEM? Let's check for that. So you, as a consumer, of course, you would like to save, right? Lower prices, less money out of pocket, more money to spend, more wishes that you can fulfill. So, in one word, discounts. That's what drives a consumer. And a business, it's easy on that side. They want more customers, more revenue, more profits. That's all what they are interested in, right? So now, simply by connecting these simple facts, YEM needs to function as a kind of loyalty program. When businesses offer a discount or any other benefit when you pay with YEM, only then it makes sense to convert any fiat currency into YEM. When you walk into a store and you want to buy something for £1,000 sterling, and you can buy with pound sterling or with YEM, and it's the same price. Well, you got pound sterling in your pocket. There's no need to convert. But if you know you pay £1,000 sterling with fiat, but you would just pay, let's say, 10% discount, £900 sterling. If you pay with YEM, suddenly you're interested in paying with YEM, right? Because it saves you £100 sterling. And the more businesses offer such kind of benefit, the more consumers will pay with YEM. And thus, our economic cycle is growing, and getting bigger, and getting bigger, and getting bigger. And the more our economic cycle is growing, the higher the value of the YEM will be. Because the supply of YEM is limited. Yeah, so I think the Rainbow Currency Foundation is one of the very, very few authorities that is not allowed to print more money just because they think they need some. That's the good thing about blockchain technology. You don't have to trust them. It is impossible. You cannot manipulate the blockchain because you might know that info stored on the blockchain is stored on many, 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 many computers. And if you tamper with one, trying to manipulate the value, the amount, whatever, all the other computers will say, meh, 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 alert, something's wrong here. So no chance. So that means the more the YEM is being used, the higher the value goes. So the YEM, as the symbol of rainbow currency, has been offered pre-ICO for the very, very first time on October 23, 2017. So nearly 2 years ago. At a rate of 0.1 US cent per YEM. So now, a little bit less than 2 years later, the current rate as of today is 3.2 US cents per YEM. Well, that is a huge 3,100% plus. But it is still just the beginning. So if you would have been one of the very, very, very lucky few right on this day, 3,200, 3,300, 3,100, something like that, US dollars, or for you, pound sterling, would today be a value of 100,000 within just less than 2 years. Check your savings accounts if they made that. Check your gold. Check your stock certificates. Check whatever you want. Check Bitcoin. Yeah. Check all the others. Yeah. And guys, it is for a reason, but it's really, we're just starting. We have just begun to negotiate with businesses all over the world about joining our network. And of course, I have some exciting news for you today. But to be honest, as of today, there are not many businesses accepting YEM. But this is not because they don't want it. It is because they don't know yet about it. Yeah, and that is where you come in. Yeah, if you are part of our network, it should be your pleasure, it should be fun for you to talk with any business owner or other person that you know about what we are creating here. Of course, we are not creating this for the Rainbow Currency Foundation. We are not even creating this for our group of companies. We are just a YEM holder. We use it. Yeah? We are creating this for you, for the people. And we are creating this for the people all around the world. Hello Africa, hello Asia, hello rest of the world. Hopefully, is the live stream still on?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So
Good.
they're texting.
Oh, and I have to do that. Hi, Mom. So now as a consumer, you have two options. Option one is you can wait until a nice variety of businesses accept YEM and offer discounts. Then you convert your fiat money into YEM and you can save some bucks, like 5% here, 10% there, whatever it is. Or option number two, you convert some of your fiat money today, wait for the right businesses to join, and save a lot more, because with the value of YEM going up, the prices for any product or service go down dramatically. It is simple like that. If the value of the YEM doubles, it's like a 50% discount when you pay the good, yeah, it's marked in fiat currency, and if you pay it with YEM. And you don't have to negotiate that, it simply happens. So, let me give you an example. You want to buy a new car in a year or two. Let us say the regular price for it is 50,000. And let us say the dealer is offering you a 10% discount when you pay with YEM. Well, you would save 5,000. And of course, it makes a lot of sense to pay with YEM. We figured that out. So now let's say you convert 1,500 into YEM today. And the YEM rate raises to $1 per YEM. Your YEM would be enough to pay for the $50,000 car. And how much did you pay in that example? 1,500. Is that a big discount? So, and that is what we call a smart contract. So the Bitcoin guys are gone. So that is what we call a smart contract. We offer you smart contracts on cars, on luxury goods, on vacations, and even on real estate. The earlier you join, the more you will save. But before I give you more examples, we need to talk about the legal aspects of a digital currency. Hey Alan, did you hear that? I said digital currency. Because Alan is one of the board members, and he said, well, we are not one of the crypto guys, we are special. Yeah, so please name it digital currency. I did that, and I like it. So, not every authority is happy about digital currencies, because digital currencies operate outside of their system, and thus they have no control. The country depends on taxes to pay for all their duties. Streets, schools, police, army, whatever. Someone has to pay for it, and they do it with taxes. So, but how can you charge taxes in an anonymous parallel system? That is why the Rainbow Currency Foundation has set up some very, very important rules for the YEM. There's only one wallet per person or business. Every wallet holder needs to be clearly clarified, identified, of course. And every transaction on our blockchain contains the value of transaction, of course, in YEM, in US dollars, because that is our reference currency, but it contains the info, the value info of both the sender and the receiver of the transaction. And we can do that, why? Because we know who are the wallet owners. Yeah, if you didn't identify yourself, you're not able to make any transactions. So now, with you having for every single transaction the value in your national currency, this puts you in position that you can pay taxes if you have to. Yeah, you can't do that with a Bitcoin transaction or any transaction on the Ether blockchain. Of course, you can take your calculator and you can try, because the tax authorities in Germany, they asked you in 2020, hey, do you remember 2015? We have a question to this transaction. So now, oh, calculator, Bitcoin price, US dollar price, Euro price. For one transaction, yes. For 10, okay. For 100, for 1,000, think a business. For 100,000 transactions, impossible. Very easy, just a push of the button with our wallets and our blockchain technology, because it's all in there. Like you know it from a bank, you simply print a statement and you have all the values there where you need to have them. And these values are written into the blockchain and thus cannot be manipulated. Thus, the authorities get what they want, and I'm very, very happy to hear that the Rainbow Currency Foundation is already in contact and communication with so many several authorities all over the world. Yeah, you heard that. Israel, Colombia, Germany, here, there, yeah. Wow, pretty impressive. Thank you, Laura. You're really doing a great job with your team. Hey, that would be... Not for me, for them. You know, I'm just the marketing guy. So, as far as I know, the Rainbow Currency Foundation is the only foundation representing a digital currency that is acknowledged by the United Nations as an international non-governmental organization, INGO, and a member of the Union of International Associations, UIA. So now, thanks to the great successes of the Rainbow Currency Foundation, we as a group of companies that is using the YEM as an instrument for our success we have been able to reach some milestones. Guys, the first new car that has been sold and delivered by an official car dealer in Europe, by the way, a Hyundai i10, has been paid with YEM. So the first real estate property that has been notarized and paid for with a digital currency has been paid with YEM. Well, the second real estate property that has been notarized and paid for with a digital currency has been paid with the third, the fourth, the fifth. We could do that a lot more often because until now I think we bought like 20, 25 real properties in several countries and paid with YEM. Because property owners who are some kind of wealthy because they have a property without a mortgage on it, so they can sell it for YEM. Otherwise, the bank would say, no, I want pound sterling, So they're some kind of wealthy. You get wealthy when you're smart, And when you're smart and you take your calculator, you say, oh, give me YEM, So that's why this. In the beginning, I thought it would be easier to convince someone to sell me a bottle of water for YEM because the risk is not that high, right? $2, $3, $4, $5 a pound sterling. So for the real estate properties, we're talking sometimes about millions. And they understand, and they say, yes, give me YEM. So, now, as you might remember, I'm the CEO of a company called UAC Holding, which is the first limited liability company in the European Union where the liability capital has been fully paid in YEM. So that means that was the first time where really an authority acknowledged YEM is something with value. Because, of course, we have a company's registry, and you have to give them proof that what you put as a liability capital into the company, that it is of value. So for a currency, you need an appraisal from a CPA. So it took them about 8 months to do this appraisal, but in the end they said, well, we can see that millions of people, millions of transactions all around the world happened with YEM. So it is widely accepted, not for trading. I always ask, but I cannot find you on Bittrex and here and Coinbase and whatever. Well, we are not for trading. We are for paying for goods and services. And that happens every day, hundreds, thousands of times. So right now we are merging with a publicly listed company, and the capital raise will be fully paid in. And we're talking about 100 million euros here, So not pocket change. And well, on top of that, we are in the process of founding another operations corporation in Switzerland. And the corporation capital of 1 million Swiss francs, guess what, will be fully paid in? But well, that doesn't help you as a consumer. That sounds impressive. So let me tell you a little bit. And that is hopefully even more exciting for you, that we have closed some great deals with new partner companies which truly make YEM your everyday money. Because we already heard about this company, True, it's TRUU, this air and water company, and they will offer their products for YEM as well. We have an online shop specialized in high quality spices, and they will launch a very special selection of the finest spices from all around the world to be paid with yen, and that will have even VAT and shipping included. We have a German golf course that decided to be the first golf course in the world, as far as we know, in the world, to accept YEM for membership fees, for green fees, for golf equipment, and even at the bar and at the restaurant. So, as well as we are negotiating with many more companies, including energy providers, including soccer clubs, including Las Vegas shoes, Vegas baby, shows not shoes, of course, and many more. And one of the highlights is our brand new partnership with Elite Private Jet Services. Talking a little bit about luxury, yeah?
Yes.
As a member of our brand new International Vacation Club, you will be able to close smart contracts on private jet charters and luxury vacations at the fraction of the original rate. I gave you the example with the $50,000 car. Yeah? So now imagine a $50,000 private jet flight. Yeah? Same rules apply. So on top of that, thanks to a partnership with one of Germany's leading travel agencies, you can book hotels, flights, cruises, and vacation packages for immediate travel. You have to pay with fiat currency, but you will receive up to 12% cashback in yen. Yeah, giving you a huge advantage. So remember the two options that I gave you earlier? Option 1, you can wait. Option 2, you can hop in. Yeah. So, and now for a minute, please stop thinking money, currencies, discounts. I would like to talk with you about the opportunity. YEM is your chance to be part of something very, very special. Maybe for the first time, we can build something great together. And when I say we, I mean people from all over the world. Yeah, not just here or there, we all together. Our community is already like 3 million registered people, and we have about 940,000 active people, so nearly 1 million people that already have a YEM wallet. You can join, you can invite other people, you can invite other businesses to take the advantage of being one of the first. You can actively help to make it perfect, the history we're making right now. So this is what we call the power of we. Thank you guys.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely fantastic. I like that. You're part of history, and you're part of the power of we. I want to energize you. I want to encourage you. You know, everything that I've actually become, everything that I know of, always starts from small. Sometimes you look around and you say, okay, there isn't a lot of people in the audience, so I'm not energized. That's when you should become energized. Because you're part of the start of something that's growing. And I want you to feel encouraged by that. So put your hands again together for the man himself. Yeah, I'm going to tell you another story. I like stories. They encourage me.
We figured that out.
I presume that it would encourage you too, right? Good, it's great. You know, there was a frog race. Frogs? There was a frog race. Where you from? Nigeria. So there were some frogs from Nigeria. Where you from? Romania. There were some frogs from Romania. Uganda and Germany, I suppose. And where you from?
Zimbabwe.
Zimbabwe. There was, anyway, so there were frogs from Nigeria, Ghana, not Ghana, well, Ghana. Who's Ghana? Germany, Romania, Uganda. There's frogs from all over. And there was this marathon race. And ladies and gentlemen, as they lined up for a race, you know how the marathon goes? They line up, they're getting ready to run. Just before they start to pull the gun, out of the shadows step a little skinny frog from Zimbabwe. Everybody started laughing. What are you doing there? Come on, move away. You can't run in that race. That race is for strong people. Come on, move away, they encouraged. But she didn't take any notice. Bam! The gun went off and they started running. And as they were running through the villages, little children would run up, Mommy, Mommy, look at that little skinny little frog. She would never make it. They laughed. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, let's take you to the finish line. You know, as they were running and the discouragement were coming, the big, strong frogs from Germany, from Uganda, and from Nigeria, and those places, were dropping off. They couldn't make it. You know, the only frog that crossed the finish line is the little skinny frog from Zimbabwe. The newspaper run over. Come on, tell us, how did you do it, they asked. Come on, they encouraged. How did you do it? And they realized that the skinny little frog from Zimbabwe was deaf. You remember the discouragement? Yeah. She never heard it. I want to encourage you. I want to encourage you. When you leave this place, yes, you're going to get discouragement. I want you to develop deaf ear to those people who don't understand the power of the yen. Those people who don't understand the power of cryptocurrency. Because I tell you what, I never knew about it. That makes me dumb, right? I never knew about it until this wonderful lady spoke to me. And then she exposed me to these wonderful people. Now I understand the power in the yen. You too can understand that power. Let's move to the next speaker. And I suppose because I phoned this, you would know who it is. Because not everyone I was able to get the information for. But this wonderful lady was born in Zimbabwe. I wonder if she adopted the skin of the frog concept. She gained a degree in chemistry from the London University. She then went on to Reading University and gained an MA to work with adults and children with emotional issues. She's a qualified psychotherapist, social worker, coach, and mentor. Ladies and gentlemen, she has what it takes to be one of our gifted presenters at this London Crypto Conference. I want you to welcome Nyasha, and I have to practice the surname. And I suppose, how do you pronounce it? Okay, you probably have to say that when you come again, because put your hands together for Nyasha, come on!